Zersky's Point is what I believe this is called, and apparently it was named after some homesteaders who came out here. It is early morning. It's a lot warmer here than it was at the campground. I froze last night. Went down to 6 degrees, and it's a lot warmer here than it is there. And just a beautiful view of the surrounding area where this is. This is the Badlands part of Grasslands National Park. Then I don't know if it's going to show up as I swing around behind me. I don't know if you can see the fall colors and the foliage right behind me, but it looks really neat as well. And then a point that I'm standing on, you can see the earth is so dry. And you probably saw in the news Saskatchewan was hit with a really bad drought. And you can just see the earth is just so cracked. It is so dry, but they're calling for rain tomorrow. 60% chance of rain. I know the land really, really needs it, but it's not what I want to be in not the weather I want when I'm in a tent. About 8:30, 8:45 in the morning, and I'm about to head out to the prairie, doing a hike called the Valley of 1,000 Devil's Root. Doesn't sound ominous at all, and it's hard to believe, but I'm already into shorts, and I'm about to take my sweater off because I'm already starting to get quite warm. Quite a difference considering a couple hours ago I was freezing. So this is where I'm going. The Valley of 1,000 Devils. Ooh, very scary. Walking beside a creek right now, and I don't know if the colors are showing up, but this was one of the examples I talked about the other day where it's such a cool time of year because the leaves of some of the grasses and the little plants are already starting to turn. So you got some oranges, you got some yellows, absolutely beautiful. And then as I'm walking around here, the meadowlarks are just singing away. It just sounds so cool. And I really wish that they'd understand they don't have to fly away. They can let me take a photo. They don't have to fly away when I bring the camera out, but they will. They do. Hopefully. Oh my. This is one dry creek. Wow. It's just all the moisture's been sucked out of it. Oh, there's a wee bit there. Wow, again, just another sign of the drought that's been happening here in Saskatchewan. But it's absolutely beautiful. So glad I came. About 30 years ago. Actually, it was more than 30 years ago, probably. Lori and I went hiking in the backcountry of Denali National Park in Alaska, and this reminds me so much of it. The willows, just the treeless landscape and rolling hills. Now, there are no mountains here. There are no grizzly bears. But the landscape reminds me a lot of that. I just want to take this moment to say, holy shit. You know, you just come over a hill, not sure what to expect. This is so cool. I feel like I should be seeing Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus Rexes running around. This is the land of 1,000 devils. I'm probably not supposed to be walking in this very long ago dried up riverbed, but it's just one of those places that screams, come, walk through me. I think I've made it to the end of the trail. At least I think it's the end of the trail. I'm not sure what could do better than this. This is amazing. This was a great trail to do, and it's rated actually very difficult, and I didn't find it that hard. And I'm wondering if it's because in the height of the summer it gets really, really hot here, and people probably come back and don't bring enough water. But this is an amazing sight. Really glad I did it, and I think I'm just going to take it in for a wee bit and then start the hike back to the campground, which I can actually see is way over there. Well, I'm just getting back into the campground. The hike back seemed to be a lot longer, and a big part of that was the wind. It's just relentless, and I felt like I was walking into the wind the entire way. Even here, it's crazy strong. You can see my tent. One side of it's already collapsed because of the wind. Well, I'm hungry. I guess I was gone for almost about 4.5 hours, which is pretty good. And now I desperately need to fill my belly. And then we'll see what other kind of mischief I can get into today. the sun's starting to set on my final night in Grasslands National Park in the East Block. And I read a lot about this area, and they did say the East Block is where you go for the scenery, and without a doubt, it did not disappoint. The scenery was absolutely amazing. The tent has survived. The wind has stopped. It hasn't stopped. It's calmed down a lot. So the tent survived. So that's a good thing. We'll see how I survive tonight. With the temperatures supposed to drop again down to about 8 or 7 degrees. Tomorrow they're calling for 70% chance of rain, and I'm heading over to the West Block. The West Block has the bison, it has the black-tailed prairie dogs, and I'm hoping it has the pronghorn. And I'm hoping that even though it's 70% chance of rain, the 30% of not rain is what goes down, because I really don't fancy setting up or taking down the tent in the rain. That's not going to go over well. Well, the prairies are quiet right now. The coyotes haven't started to howl, but I'm sure they will shortly. So I'm just going to go for one final walk around the prairie.